Hello everybody and welcome back to an episode of Legends Reborn, where today I will be giving my opinion on what Jokemon need to be remodeled. Now, I just want to say I'm not a modeler or anything, but this video has been like pre-cold or whatever, like for a long time. And here it is. I've been waiting on this for a while, but yeah. Basically, I look at Jokemon and I'm like, yeah, that could use a remodel. Here's why. Blah, 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 blah. Stuff like that. So, anyway, we've got Jokemon to look at. Let's get into the sauce. We got 6 guys right off the bat. We're gonna take a look at them, call them cringe, stuff like that. First of all is Mega Seal. I mean, seriously, look at this guy. A little bit derpy. He's got 2 fins down there, 2 fins back there, horn on the top, 2 fangs, little tongue, eyes. Mega Seal is a very old guy, and Mega Seal's pre-evolution as well, if I can find the bugger. Mini Seal is also someone who is in need of a remodel. Yes, if we're talking about one guy, then the pre-evolution most likely is going to need a remodel as well. Mini Seal is not safe from this either. You guys definitely in need of a remodel. I can see this guy, like, looking better. I really can. If we can just fix him up a little bit as well, maybe more people will be inclined to use him as well, because he really does have a good moveset that I'm obviously not showing, because I mean, we can't anymore. We need to be in a fight to do that. Mega Seal, he's got potential. We just need to make him look better. Next up, we've got Outbird, and on the topic of Outbird, I want to show off Honking Crow as well. You can see a very daring resemblance, if I do say so myself. Outbird and Honking Crow. Starters, Outbird here is just Birdie, Big Bird, Outbird. They look the same. All 3 of them look the same. Birdie and Big Bird are just the same. Big Bird is literally just bigger, and then Outbird is just bigger, but they expand his wings outward. Like, bro, look at his toes. He's just floating. It's such a basic design. It really makes me dislike Outbird. I just don't know. I just don't like Outbird. And his remodel is it's so visible to me as well. His remodel is so visible to me as well. And let's be honest, okay? If you play Pokemon, you can obviously know what he is based off of. And then you can see my vision. You can see the vision that I'm looking at. You can see the beautiful, majestic bird that he could be. But instead, we have a bigger bird that just has his wings out. It's such wasted potential right there. And then we've got Honking Crow, who I kid you not is just a reskin version of Outbird here. Look at that. The exact same feathers, the exact same amount of feathers, the exact same tail feathers, and then the exact same body, the exact same feet, the exact same head, the exact same eyes, the exact same beak. He just has a hat put on, he's got a chest fur, and that's it. And then if we look in the joke decks even further, we go down to Honking Crow. You'll notice that Crow is just a reskin version of whatever the first form of Birdie. Crow is just a reskin version of Birdie as well, so Honking Crow is in even more desperate need of a remodel than Birdie, because Honking Crow is just a reskin of Outbird and Birdie, so it's like, what is this? What is this? First of all, Birdie Outbird line stinks, and then Honking Crow is just a copy of it, which stinks even more, because one of my live streams I dedicated an entire area to making the crow's nest, which that's a nice running joke, but yeah, no, such wasted potential in those two, such wasted potential. And then we've got Boulder, who, I mean, I don't even know what the deal with his model is. I mean, look at him. He's trying to be like some sort of lava boulder or anything. Like, I respect going for the unique factor, but like, what am I staring at here? I certainly don't know what I'm staring at here, but we're about to find out. Boulder here looks like a rock thing, and then Rocker is some sort of pebbler on a pebbler, as if he's Magnetico, but that's not exactly what he turns into, because in case you don't know what he's based off of, I mean, yeah, it's a completely different boy. But I guess we're just gonna have to adapt with this, with Pebbler just being a rock. Now, they gave him feetsies, which I guess is cool, because then it's definitely unique, instead of being, you know, one-off. But then, I don't know, Rocker is more accurate to the original design, and then Boulder is definitely unique, which I like, but it's also like, why do you look like a fire type when you're still rock ground? I don't really get it. Maybe, if you, I don't know, change the types or something, make him more unique, but I don't know. Anyway, he could use a remodel because he's been around since the start. Same for these guys. They've all been around since the start. Like, this first batch is like the starting point of Jokemon. Like, I say Jokemon because this was back when the game was called Jokemon Reborn. Which, speaking of, let's get over the entire reason I'm making this video. You despise me. You make me sick. Blossom here is essentially the entire reason that this video is existing. So look at this thing. Disgusting grass hedgehog. Do you know where you come from? hate Blossom. That model makes me sick. You need to have a remodel immediately. If anyone in this entire video is gonna need a remodel, it's Blossom. Without a doubt in my mind. I don't care who else we're going over, it's Blossom. Blossom needs a remodel. I'm not stating my case or anything. Blossom needs a remodel. Look at the darn thing. Then we got Meow. Now, Meow also needs a remodel because, I mean, look at that as well. Meow's also an extremely old model. But for Meow, I feel like you could possibly wait until Meow 2 is released or something. Because, I mean, Meow 2 will definitely come some sort of time or something. I don't know. Maybe Meow 3.
Are you serious?
And then just remodel Meow when that comes. But, yeah, that'll happen sometime. But, yeah, those are the first batch. Now we're going to go ahead and get the second batch. So I've got the second batch of Misfits. So first of all, we've got Eon. Now, you're probably wondering why I picked Eon. So let's go ahead and get to the butter of this, okay? The real sauce of this. So I picked Eon because Eon obviously needs a remodel. But if we go way down, you'll see Eon, Aqueon, Treeon, Fireon, Glacereon, Brawleon, Gloomeon, Volteon, Gleameon, Scion. So we need to get to the middle of this. So Eon needs a remodel, Aqueon needs a remodel, Fireon needs a remodel, Glacereon needs a remodel, Brawleon needs a remodel. Treeon's been around for a long time, but Treeon got a remodel, so Treeon gets a pass. Scion and Gleameon were added when Riabi was released. Brawleon, Glacereon, Fireon should definitely get remodels. I think the most out of this bunch would definitely be Aqueon, though. Aqueon is probably the most in need of a remodel out of all the Eons I've talked about here, but I'm using Eon as the example. Oh gosh, Eon actually needs a remodel pretty badly too. But yeah, those guys have been around for a long time and they deserve a remodel. And then we got Flattagon here. Flattagon is pretty in need of a remodel as well. I do like the uniqueness of Flattagon's model though. Not having arms I think is pretty cool. And they did get rid of a lot of moves that require arms as well for Flattagon. Like it used to have, what was it, Dragon Claw, I think? They might have gotten rid of it. I don't know. Maybe they still have Flattagon running Dragon Claw. But regardless, I do enjoy this like unique design as like an actual like ground dragon instead of how it used to look like a bug dragon. So that's cool. However, Flattagon, I'm so sorry, but your model is officially cringe compared to the new model. So we're going to go ahead and look up a little bit to Flattagon, and you're going to see Pinscher and Vibra are also not up to snuff. And I think they should be remodeled as well, because goodness gracious, look at this buddy. Oh, look at that. One of his parts is clipping through his head too. Wow, look at that. Look at that, huh? What other secrets do you have to keep from me, Flattagon? I don't even know what that is. Flattagon, how could you? I trusted you. And then we've got Ryrock here. I mean, look at Ryrock, bro. The toes, the hands, the rock hard jaw. Disgusting. Freaking big meaty claws and nasty toes. Ryrock, where did it all go wrong? Dude, Jesus, the super extended tail. Where do you even have this? That's a little bit big, isn't it? Oh my gosh. And then Rinmon and Dinosus also need remodels. I mean, at this point, they're all just giant masses of rock that all attached together and said, hey, what if we were a Jokemon? I mean, and obviously they could use the remodel because their inspiration was also more, they look like dinosaurs as they are right now, which is understandable because, you know, Dinosus and Ryrock, and then Rinmon, because obviously those names delegate from dinosaurs, but like, it just looks off. Maybe just change how the overall design looks, because I mean, this is, what? Hands? Big hands, and then big hands. Like, Rinmon probably looks the more dinosaur out of both of these guys. Like, these guys look like just rock humans. They think it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 8 for some reason. I don't really get it, but, you know, okay, interesting. And then we've got Kanuma here, which is kind of an interesting pick for me, I know. But look at that, the side eye, the big stones on the top. His hooves are kind of, I don't know, I don't really vibe with the stub hooves that much, but I mean, he also has stub hooves, so it's kind of whatever. The nose is weird. The nostrils are kind of off place. It's really mostly the eyes for me. And then I feel like the mountain volcanoes are just not as as not as good as they could be, especially with, again, like Veilable we have now. Veilable has increased how I feel about fire type. Kanuma, where are you? Yeah, Numa as well, because again, Kanuma is just a bigger version of Numa. So again, we have another case of evolution being bigger than pre-evolution, which again, this is true. I think Kanuma could look a lot nicer. So that's what I'm saying. And then here are two really strange picks for me. I know. You know I love unique concepts, so I've decided to go for Cosmocat and Dragary because I feel like they could be a lot nicer than they are right now, but obviously we don't have original concepts to go off of. I just feel like they could look really, really nice if they had a little bit more effort put into them as it is now, because Cosmocat right now is just like a starry-eyed cat, not even starry-eyed, just kind of star on it, stars in the back of it, and then Dragary is literally just like, you know, dragon. So yeah, and obviously it goes for the pre-evolutions as well, as I keep saying. Dragary and Drenio are just there, and then you've got Star Kid and Cosmocat. They're also just kind of there. It's like, yeah, they exist. So go ham, I guess. So I don't like it. I want them to be cool. I think they have potential. And yeah, there's those 6, so let me go ahead and see if I can't find 6 more that could use a remodel. Alright, so we've arrived at the crossroad, the ending of this video, and we have 4 more guys to go over. So, we've got the Angatron line coming in strong. Look at this guy. What am I looking at? I don't really know. Some sort of steel lizard, I suppose, instead of like a steel dinosaur, because look at him, his face is all crunched. He's got the claw hands. Ooh, the claw type beat, you know, some sort of small back array. His dorsal plates, I suppose I can call them, aren't that extended, and his feet are just tiny. And again, he's one of the ones that have been here since the start, so you know, I think he deserves it. I think he's earned it. He's got that veteran badge. What else is there to say? Metron, Iron Gi as well. They've been here for a long time. I think they've earned a remodel at this point. But yeah, they are cringe. And then we've got Nessie. Good God. Now Nessie has a very simplistic design in general, so it would definitely be hard to remodel Nessie. But as it stands right now, Nessie is just kind of, you know, here. The shell, in my big opinion, could definitely be changed a lot. But, like, maybe the face too. But other than that, I don't think there's too much you could do with Nessie. I mean, seriously, like, what is there to do with the original concept, really? I don't know, maybe, like, change the head as well. So, like, the shell, the head, the top part, and that's really all you could do, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, oh joy, more clipping parts. I mean, come on, Nessie. We can't have that happening to you, honey, now can we? Darling, please. Not in front of the camera. We got Night Slasher. Another one of the, oh, his eyes closed now. Another one of the easier, there are more parts clipping through his claws. Like, this is why we go through these, to be honest. We're finding parts that are clipping through them and everything. Like, come on. So, he's got a really simplistic design as well. I think there could be stuff done on maybe his head to maybe look a little bit better. I don't really remember much about his original design. He definitely is in need of a little bit of a touch-up. And then you've got his pre-evolution being Snarl. Look at Snarl, bro. They could definitely use a little bit of work on them. I don't know exactly what to do with them, aside from, like, make the head a little bit better. Oh, you can make them actually a little bit bigger, so you can fit more stuff on them, because it feels like their body's all crunched together. And speaking of, it looks like the back part of them is going through their chest, impaling them. I don't really know what the deal with those bottom fur is right there. I can barely see it, but I don't know what the part of that is. It's kind of weird. I don't know, what the heck? The collarbone's also going through the neck here. Yeah, just make the body, just make them a little bit bigger so you can fit more stuff on them. Then give him some touch-ups. The eyes are kind of plain, doesn't have a mouth. His nose is just kind of there. Yeah, there you go. What the heck? Oh yeah, that was actually a lot easier than I made it out to be. Cool. And then we've got Quasar. Now, Quasar could definitely use a lot going on for him. I did like the original Quasar model quite a bit, but now, at this stage where he's been so old, we need to remodel him and change him into something bigger and better. So, with all these clouds around him, I think we can get rid of the clouds, kind of like reforge him. We need to make him bigger, get rid of the clouds, make him look a little bit more menacing instead of making him look like Mushu. or whatever the ancient dragon that would hold the earth in her tail is, but like he doesn't have pupils or anything like that. He also just kind of looks like a oversized snake. If anything, we need him to be a little bit bigger. This dragon needs to be bigger than he is now. It's that, or just give him more coiling around himself to give him the illusion of being bigger than he is, because right now it's just kind of like, woo. And like from this angle, it doesn't look that bad. But then I just go to the side and I'm like, oh, okay, yep, that's a snake. As if I'm from this side, I'm like, oh my gosh, a dragon that's appearing to me from the vortex. Look at that, whoa, he could be never ending. And then I go to the side, I'm like, oh, there he is, Dragon Man. So yeah, just like make him bigger, get rid of the clouds, make his face a little bit scarier. And obviously there's the very obvious thing where you could give him arms. It looks like I can see through his mouth. I can in fact see through the bottom of his mouth. Why can I see through the bottom of his mouth? I don't know. Maybe we should give him a tongue at this point. Oh yeah, actually, what if you gave him like a small like serpent-like tongue? A little well, Harry Potter, I've been searching for you for so long. Type beat, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I don't know. Oh, make him brighter too. His green is a little bit too dark for my taste. But yeah, anyway, there you go. I think that's all I'm gonna do for this episode. Now, there were definitely some other guys I could talk about. Like, I was thinking about talking about Jetra or the 3 legendary birds, but I decided not to because I just felt like they weren't really in the highest demand for a remodel, and like they look pretty alright. Like, I thought Jetra was fine, the way he looked and everything. And then there are all these like classic versions of guys I have, unless that's actually just the definitive version of Sparky. Okay, maybe the Zapper line would be in need of a remodel, but I feel like Zapper got a remodel and Sparky didn't, because like, I don't know. Like, Zapper looks fine, the second evolution looks bad. Okay, yeah, no, maybe Zapper also needs a remodel, to be honest, but, you know, this is the end of the video, so I'm just gonna leave it off at maybe Zapper. Maybe Zapper needs a remodel, but that's fine. That's the low priority, so yeah, as always, I hope you all like the game, favorite the game, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and at the end of the day, this is just my opinion of a video that I want to do and was requested to do, so yeah, we'll leave it at that. So I will see you all in the next video.